Right. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, fellow Scouters, welcome. Welcome to Fordell Fairs. This is, for those that don't know, the headquarters of Scouting in Scotland. I'm going to start with a 1 minute silence for the Queen. Okay, so if I could ask you to bow your heads. Thank you. If I could ask Sam's mum to come forward and maybe say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. For those of you who don't know me, Alan said I'm Sam's mum. Sam was one of the two Scottish participants on the ReQuest 2021 voyage. He's asked me today to send his apologies. He is a recently elected government representative. We were at Balmoral Castle yesterday, and late yesterday afternoon he was called in for work today and has been doing his duty to the Queen at Balmoral, at Ballata this morning, and so he's very sorry he can't be here, but wishes you all well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm really sad that Sam can't make it, but as you hear, he has other duties. Okay, so we're going to start with our Scout Zone. I think it's the appropriate way to start. So if I could ask everyone that I've persuaded to read a card to come forward, and you can order yourselves in the name of Shackleton. We have a round of applause for everyone that's read. Thank you. Okay, if you guys want to join the audience, then the audience will double.
Mr. Chairman, you don't by any chance have the ad that Shackleton put in the press for the Scouts?
Oh, that one, yes. It wasn't for the yeah. You mean the original sort of writing?
The one about adventure.
We got it up in the hut.
And,
yes.
And something about safety not being counted.
Right.
Safe return.
That's right.
Not being done.
Yeah, it's a myth that was ever used, but it is actually, yeah. It's a very famous. Very famous one, but yeah. When we put together the Ked Scouts ReQuest expedition, I've done many years of research into Scouts Mar and Mooney, and right from the start we decided that it would be appropriate to involve some Scottish Scouts. It seemed wrong to not involve Scottish Scouts. So I'm pleased that I contacted Sharky, and we put the wheels in motion, didn't we? I think it went out on various social media and Twitter and things, asking for some Scottish Scouts to go with us. And I am so pleased that with the response that we've got. We had two Scouts at the time, was Sam Payne and Emma Johnson put themselves forward. Sadly, Emma, although she's still very much part of our project, was unable to go to Antarctica because she was training as a teacher. So I had to go down the next one on the list, and I'm really pleased that he said yes straight away. I don't think he even thought about it, but Alex stepped up, like all true Scots, and said yes, I will take the reserve place. So thank you, Alex, for doing that. We've got an award that we're going to give to Alex, and if I could ask, would you receive Sam's award on his behalf? So we're going to do the awards. So there is a reason we've called it the Iceberg Award rather than the Penguin Award, because the legacy of our project is going to be for Scouts and Guides. We're setting up a charity specifically for this, for Scouts and Guides to do polar research, so either north or south. So we chose the iceberg as the motif for the award. The first 10 of us that went down to Antarctica, the 8 of us from Kent all got our awards back in June. So I'm really pleased to ask Alex and if you could come up on Sam's behalf, and we're going to give them their Iceberg Award. There are only 10 so far given, but I hope there will be many more in the future for Scout Polar Research. Okay, who are we going to ask to present this? Who's the best person to come and do the presentation? Sharky, will you come and do it? Or will you, yeah? Come and do it for us.
You're getting your money's worth. I'm delighted to do that.
That's wonderful. We can do it between us, can't we? So, yeah, there we go. So you get the Iceberg Award, which I've had permission in Kent to be worn on this arm. It's up to you where you let them wear it in Scotland, but
Decision made.
decision made. Okay. So Alex.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. That's a pretty cool award. The only man in
It really
Scotland with
is.
it.
There's not. There's only 2 in Scotland. Yes. Okay. And then there's one for Alex there. Use your full name, Alex.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, you're getting everything
Thank
today.
you.
There you go.
Don't turn the wigs that way for the paparazzi.
Oh wait, got that around.
Oh, put your background, there you go.
And again, we've used Sam's full name there, so there's a certificate to Samuel.
Purple Scout thing, isn't it? You better. They'll Photoshop you out at some point. That's what you do to me all the time.
Okay. Now it doesn't end there for these 2. So anyone who gets the Iceberg Award will get a certificate and badge. But these are very special for the team of 10 that went to Antarctica. I need to get them the right way round. But there is an actual iceberg with the penguin on that Alex will receive there. So Alex, happy to give you your Iceberg Award.
Thank you so much.
There are only 10 of those. Okay, and do you want to hand that one over as well? We'll do that one.
Going over the wrong way around. Yeah, well, congratulations as well.
There we go. So they're from the project, and this is a little gift to Sam and Alex from myself. So, yeah, which again no one else has got. So,
Lovely.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Now I'll say to Alex and Sam by proxy that it doesn't end there. Although our project officially finishes next weekend, I feel that those that had the privilege to go to Antarctica back in January have a lifelong obligation to encourage other young people to explore the world around them and to maybe go on and do some polar research, even apply to our Iceberg Fund. The fund is currently up to over £4,000 already. We've continued doing merchandise sales and we're continuing building that fund so that we can support young people to do polar research. So it may be an expedition, it may be some research that they want to do. So we'll be announcing the way that young people can apply for that fund in due course. So really proud of the team and what they've done. Now, the plaques. As you heard during the Scout Zone, we've got 3 plaques. The larger plaque is at Gilwell. If you go down and visit Gilwell, if you go to where Baden-Powell is, behind the White House, just near the training centre, there's the bust of Baden-Powell. Over Baden-Powell's shoulder is our plaque. So it's literally just there, and it's going to be on the Heritage Trail. And I'm sort of really proud of the fact that we also paid for an interpretation board. So there's an interpretation board there to explain the plaque at Gilwell. So I thought it was only appropriate that when we had the plaque here at Fordell Firs that we give you your own little interpretation board as well. So we've had a board made up that can be kept in the office or whatever that will explain exactly why this plaque is here. So would someone like to receive that on behalf of Fordell Firs? You got it again. There we go.
Slumping shoulders.
It has got a sort of security sort of thing on there. I think it peels off. So but there you go. And we've got a picture of Alex and Sam on there. So as a poster.
That's absolutely brilliant.
So
Thank you.
it explains why the plaque's there. So
Do you think you could get a bit closer?
sorry. Yeah, of course I can. It's not COVID too much anymore. No, I hope not.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
So thank you. So there was a third plaque that I will briefly mention before we unveil our Fordell first one, and that was a very small plaque. It's about yay big, and that went with us to Antarctica. We weren't allowed to leave it there. You're not allowed to leave anything, and I mean anything, in Antarctica. So you have to take it all away with you. Just photos and memories to take. But that plaque then came back and we've installed it at the headquarters at Kent Scouts. So there are 3 in total. Now I couldn't think of a more appropriate person to come along today and unveil the plaque to Scouts Mar and Mooney. I'm very, very pleased to introduce you to Alec Mooney, Norman Mooney's son. So thank you, Alec. So, would you like to do the unveiling first or the words first? Your choice.
I'll do the unveiling.
Unveiling first. We'll do the unveiling first then.
There's a good bit first.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it should be able to just make sure it comes off, but yeah. There we go.
Here we go.
Okay, and please take a moment to have a look at it afterwards. It's beautifully lettered.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gathered here in rather strange and unusual circumstances following the death of Her Majesty on Thursday and the nation being in mourning. But for understandable reasons, we decided to proceed today. Some time ago, I was asked by a distant relative, a lady whom I'd never met, if I was willing to be contacted by Alan Noak, who was intending to write a book about Shackleton Scouts, to coincide with the centenary of the Quest expedition. I agreed to that, and Alan also informed me of the Request 2021 plans. In a way, that was the start of a journey for me too. You see, I was 5 years old when my father died in Nigeria. My personal memory of him is very limited, but here I am today at Fordell First, where I've been kindly invited to be part of this commemorative ceremony for him and James Marr. So much change has happened in the past 100 years. When Ernest Shackleton set off for Antarctica, no one then would have realised that that era of adventure was coming to a close. For us today, so accustomed to instant communication and transport revolution, it took someone with the dedication of Alan Noak to bring it all to life again, and to lead a group of young people on their expedition to Antarctica. I must congratulate Alan and the Scouts who took part in the Request 2021 expedition and their work in the various experiments which they carried out during their voyage earlier this year. When we lived in Kirkcaldy in the 1970s, my son Andrew was a member of the 80th Scout Troop, and he came here for camp at Fordell First. He lives in Australia now, but he tells me when they came here, it was just a field that they were in. I never anticipated being invited to Fordell First almost 50 years later. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, folks. That ends our proceedings here. If you, I know that we've got the cortege passing possibly in the next 15-20 minutes.
We think maybe about 3:10.
3:10. So I suggest we sort of have a half-hour break or a 40-minute break, and then those that want to see the presentation, we do it after that. So maybe go and get a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Okay.